Has this ever happened to you?
A couple weeks ago, I was packing to get ready for my Babe Ruth game, and I was putting my metal cleats in my bag, and I had to also bring plastic cleats in case, because our mound's artificial. Because our field, we were left without a mound, so we had to use a turf mound, and you can't use metal on there, so I had to pack my plastic cleats, and I was like, ugh.
It just so happened that Ella Schneider was part of a youth entrepreneurship summer camp pitch competition at this time. The event was hosted by Penn State Hazelton and some partners, and now Schneider had her big idea. Soul Snaps.
So it's a shoe where you could snap on and take off different metal, turf, or plastic cleats for your playing surface. So if you're playing on turf, you probably want to use plastic or turf cleats. So instead of having to buy multiple pairs of cleats and change them out during the game or the inning, you could just buy the shoe that I'm providing and snap on the sole to match the playing surface.
Schneider plays baseball and soccer, and she may start softball. That's a lot of cleats. Luckily, her dad runs an athletic supply company called Valley Athletic. Do you have a favorite pair of cleats right now? Do you look, or do you just buy whatever's there and you're like, I just need cleats for baseball right now? I'm buying.
I just tell him what kind I need, and he kind of just brings them home for me.
Do you have friends who are picky about what cleats they're wearing?
Yeah, they want showy and colory and just cool.
Schneider's idea impressed the judges at the pitch competition, and she won first prize, $1,000. I did a quick search for soccer cleats online, or boots as us cool football fans call them. The average price was around $48. Let's say you play 3 sports like Schneider plans to, and say you get a new pair of cleats every year for every sport. That's $144, and that's not including cleats for different surfaces or weather, so that $1,000 could be gone pretty fast for multi-sport athletes. Enter Soul Snaps. I mean, I'm not a business professor, but Lori Reno is. She works at Penn State Hazelton, and she was one of the judges for the pitch competition.
This is a sustainable idea. You know, it's one that could come to life. It was very feasible, and it had legs. It could get even bigger than what she proposed. Athletes spend a lot of money on footwear. You know, depending on the athlete, it could be thousands of dollars, right? Like it's really intense need. They need it to perform the way they want, but then there's different surfaces and stuff that they have to deal with. And her idea of having interchangeable soles, like I said, she knew what the issue was. She knew that unmet need. How can I manage a repertoire of the shoes I need for less money? Right? She knew the problem, and then she came up with this great solution. And it is very sustainable. It's really, like I said, her poise and her confidence, she was awesome. But it was her idea and her thoughtful process of how she presented it that really gave her first place.
Even the best products need some great marketing.
Promotion, place, price, and product, right? Those are our 4 Ps. And so, yes, she already covered really 3 of them, and how we promote it. You know, she has a lot of options. Influencers, I believe, was the one that she brought up. She would start with social media influencers. It was what she was most familiar with. But this is a product I honestly believe she could get celebrities behind.
If you could pick a professional athlete to be the spokesperson for this, who do you think you would pick to be your person to really brand this thing and get it out there?
Probably Aaron Judge. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's really good, and he's professional about it. He's always has a good attitude, and he's respectful.
Just like Aaron Judge, that's a big swing. So maybe to start, Schneider could be the spokesperson for Soul Snaps. I mean, her love of sports shines through every word during this part of our interview. What do you love about it so much? I mean, do you just feel happiness, like when you're out there, like it's just this feeling that maybe you can't even explain? It's just like, I know I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, you just being active and being with people you know, or even you don't know, just getting to see everyone's abilities and see your own abilities shown on the field or wherever you're playing.
Schneider knows she wants to work in sports when she's older. Maybe that means taking the family business to a whole new level with Soul Snaps, and maybe that means playing professional sports. Regardless, Reno has some advice.
I might be biased, but absolutely think that everybody should have an exposure to business, because you know, when I teach a negotiation class, for example, I'm like, every day of your life is a negotiation. You have to talk people into something every day, no matter what your job is. You have to communicate every day, no matter what your job is, whether it be in writing or like you do via video channels, or, you know, no matter what, we have to do that. But I think also for people like athletes that you mentioned, we see so many athletes who, well, we've heard about athletes over decades who have not managed their money well, not known how to hire the right people to take care of them. You don't have to know everything. Know enough that you can make good decisions so that you hire people that take care of you well. I think that's where a business background could help.
Before Schneider makes it big in the sports world, I made sure to pitch her a few ideas of my own. On a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being that's the worst idea I ever heard, 5 I think this could really work. I'm just going to pitch them to you. Local digital trading cards. So SSPTV would have these. Local digital trading cards you can access online. There's a picture of the athlete on the front. You flip them over and there's a link and it'll show highlights we've had on the news or feature stories. 1 to 5. How do you think of that idea?
I think that's a 4. Maybe even a 5.
Nice. Okay, here's my second idea. It's a restaurant called At Least Everyone Had Fun, and it's actually for the losing team when they're coming home. We lost a lot of soccer games, and the point is it would have a lot of comfort food, and the servers wouldn't even talk to you. They would just let you sit there in your misery.
Maybe a 1. That might be a 1.
I'm feeling that was a bad idea. I just thought, you know, that we'd go sometimes and we'd like go to McDonald's and we see like other happier teams there and it'd be like, this is terrible. Okay, so road trip karaoke. So you're on the bus with your teammates or you're traveling somewhere. This system would make it easy to select songs, sing along with, and you could post them in social media very easily or share with other people.
I think that's a 4 because we sing a lot on the bus.
That's what I hear so often when I interview athletes. Do you sing when you're out there too? Do you participate?
Sometimes. It depends on the song choice.
To all the multi-sport athletes in the area, if this is you, don't worry, help may be on the way. For SSPTV Sports, I'm Ken Kara.